I would like to begin with some brief information about your background. Can you tell me where you went to law school?
I went to law school at the Marshall College of Law.
And what do you do, or what kind of law do you practice?
When I initially started, I was a law clerk at the Public Defender's Office, so that would be criminal. Then I moved into the private sector where I did some federal and state litigation across the country, and then now I'm with the Court of Appeals as a court administrator there.
How long have you been practicing in Cleveland?
Since 1997.
How long have you been an attorney?
Since 1997.
How long have you been a member of the law library?
Since 1993.
How did you find out about us?
When I was clerking at the Public Defender's Office and I was going to law school at night, there was another clerk there that showed me this resource. Back then we didn't have as many online capabilities, so this was really a wealth of information for us to do our research.
Have you spent a lot of time here over the years?
Yes.
How often do you visit the Cleveland Law Library?
When I first started in my practice and when I was a student in law school, I was probably here every day when I was downtown. Then when I moved into independence to do private work, I would come down probably weekly. Then they developed the remote services, so I would use those daily and then come down weekly, I would say.
Would you say that a lot has changed at the Cleveland Law Library over the years?
Yes and no. I think they've been very technology forward in adapting all the services that are helpful to their clientele, but it's still the same beautiful physical facilities that it has always been.
What do you remember about our staff, past or present?
I remember everybody, they're all very friendly, helpful. Now that I'm at the Court of Appeals, we're more in a collaborative situation than me using the resources for my work. I remember them employing people of different abilities, which I think is fantastic, and they've always been professional and helpful and responsive.
Would you say that a lot has changed in legal practice since you started your career?
Yes, it's morphed very much from book research to you can find a case to support your position on pretty much any aspect of the law.
What lessons have you learned in the course of your career?
I've learned that it's really important to be prepared. The less you know about something, the more important it is to make yourself knowledgeable about the topic, and it's okay to not have the answer as long as you know where to get it.
Tell us about how you conduct legal research. What tools do you use?
Currently, I mostly use Lexis. That's the online research that we have at the Court of Appeals, but occasionally we'll cross-reference and come up here and use the Westlaw services because you have a full set of resources, but that's how I'm primarily researching.
What services that the Cleveland Law Library offers have you taken advantage of?
The 24/7 services were critical to me when I was practicing and traveling. To be able to access that remotely was invaluable. It gives me a lot of access to things when money was an issue to use the online. It was economical to do it that way.
What programs have you attended at the Cleveland Law Library?
I have attended the CLEs that they provide. Alice training was done up here for our court, which was really great.